uploaded video footage of the user interface and his unboxing of the system online. People have uploaded it to YouTube and have taken many screenshots, and they have been circulating all over the internet. Nintendo is probably, well, let's just say Nintendo is probably not pleased by this. And they are working to take down the footage from YouTube and other websites. I probably will not be putting pictures up in case that Nintendo would flag this video. So instead, I'll just read off some of the information this new video revealed. The user interface is extremely fast and responsive. You're able to change the background theme to either white or black. So, depending on what lighting environment you're in, you're able to change the background theme. Apparently, you're going to need to download an update on launch day in order to access the Nintendo eShop. And there are currently pieces of information coming out suggesting that the Nintendo Switch will allow you to have your own account system that is not tied to the console. So basically what Nintendo fans have been asking for a very long time is finally becoming a reality. Essentially, you're going to be able to download games on your account, and if at any time you sell or lose your Nintendo Switch, you can just disable your account from that system, get a new one, and log in with your account on that one after you disabled it from the old one. This is very similar to how PlayStation does it on the PlayStation Network. So really happy about that. The Nintendo Switch, of course, has 32 gigabytes of internal memory. And this new video by this person that leaked the user interface shows them going into the menu and showing off the exact amount of usable memory you have. So while it says 32 gigs, you get about 25 gigs of free space when you turn on the unit. Some people are speculating that after you do a system update, the system OS will probably take another chunk of that, so you're going to probably have around 22 gigs of internal memory on your Nintendo Switch at launch, probably. You're going to be able to input your username for when you play online and add friends. It seems like there are a variety of avatars from various Nintendo games that you're going to be able to use as your profile picture. And yeah, overall, the system, it looks very nice. The person unboxed the entire system. Everything looks perfectly nice and normal. Not many surprises. The screen looks like very high quality. Like I believe it's an IPS screen. So for people complaining about TN screens with the 3DS and Wii U, I think because Nintendo is not using those screens anymore. So looks like the Nintendo Switch is going to be very nice. Nintendo also announced this week a global Splatoon test fire. They did this with the first Splatoon game, where basically they beta test the game and the servers before the release of the actual game. It's free to download, so anyone with a Nintendo Switch is going to be able to download and play this game. Anyone can participate. It's going to be taking place on March 24th, all the way until the end of March 26th. So you're going to be able to play Splatoon 2 for 3 days, essentially. People have also discovered in a recent news reveal by Nintendo that Splatoon 2 is actually going to have a spectator view mode for people to actually spectate and view games, as well as LAN party support. So you're actually going to be able to link up with Ethernet cables, various Nintendo Switch systems locally, and have a LAN party for Splatoon 2. People are suggesting that Nintendo is doing this to cater to the esports crowd and, Major League Gaming. So hopefully that actually becomes a thing, and playing Splatoon is always fun with friends, have a party, invite some friends. So very nice to see Nintendo offering LAN play, when most PS4 games and Xbox One games do not offer that. Nintendo, to the surprise of everyone this week, announced that their upcoming Zelda game, Breath of the Wild, will have a season pass. Now, for those that don't know, a season pass is essentially you buying a voucher or some sort of ticket. So when DLC content is revealed or released in the future, you automatically get it. This is content that is supposed to be played after you finish the actual game. So they're going to be adding some additional content in this season pass. Some new story modes, some new areas, and items and chests to open. What is odd though is that hard mode. In order to play on a hard difficulty, you're going to need to buy the season pass. Some fans are a bit displeased about this, since difficulty modes are usually included in the base version of a game. So some people are angry about having to pay for that, but the majority of Nintendo fans seem very happy about the prospect of having more content. The season pass is going to be $19.99 US. So it's not as expensive as, let's say, Call of Duty or other games that have season passes, which are at least twice or triple that price. So in a recent interview, Nintendo said that there are a lot of unannounced third-party games that are going to be revealed for the Nintendo Switch. This was done after a lot of people have been worried about the severe lack of games this year for the Nintendo Switch, since only a few have been announced. So Nintendo was quick to assure everyone that there are in fact a lot of games in development that will probably be revealed from next month all the way to this E3. Most likely, E3 this year is going to be quite big for the Nintendo Switch. Most developers are probably holding off on revealing games until then. Nicalis this week on Twitter asked what people would think if Cave Story had a physical release on the Nintendo Switch. Now, Cave Story has never really had an official release on any system. It did have a remake on the 3DS, but the original version of the game has only been available digitally on Steam and Nintendo Wii, DS, DSi, or just a DS, 3DS. So, a lot of fans were quick to get really happy about Nicalis teasing this on Twitter. People, of course, said that they would love to have Cave Story on the Nintendo Switch in physical form. And hopefully that happens, since Cave Story is one of my favorite, I'd like to say, indie games of all time. Yes, it really is a good game. So if you've never played Cave Story, be sure to check it out. It's on basically everything. You can get it on PC, Nintendo, consoles. I don't think you can get it on the PlayStation or Xbox systems, though. Eiji Onuma, and I hope I said his name properly, said in a recent interview that while Breath of the Wild is a 3D Zelda game in the same vein as Skyward Sword and Twilight Princess, that they currently have no plans to stop making 2D Zelda games. People have been questioning whether Nintendo might abandon 2D Zelda games, from the top-down perspective, like A Link Between Worlds on the 3DS. Since the Nintendo Switch has higher graphics capabilities, people were thinking that Nintendo might do away completely with their older style to the series, but Eiji Onuma was quick to turn down these rumors and said that they are planning on using the Nintendo Switch for upcoming Zelda games, and that the team that currently does them is actually throwing around some ideas right now. So anyone that loves the old style of the Zelda games, don't fear, because we're going to be getting some great Zelda games on the Nintendo Switch for sure. I actually prefer the classic style to the more 3D style of the modern games. I really like Link to the Past and A Link's Awakening, as well as the Oracle of Ages and Seasons games. So I can't wait to see what they do in that particular style on the Nintendo Switch. Shigeru Miyamoto mentioned in a recent interview that the Nintendo Switch was created largely by the feedback by the late President Satoru Iwata. Satoru Iwata, of course, was behind the ideas and stuff for the Switch, so Miyamoto explained that the HD Rumble feature of the Nintendo Switch was something that Iwata really felt could be the future for Nintendo, that people stopped innovating Rumble features about a decade and a half ago, so he wanted to make sure to revolutionize this and bring innovation to HD Rumble, or to rumbling controllers in general. So they really worked hard to bring something unique for the Nintendo Switch. So I can't wait to see what they do. There are actually people saying that this this HD rumble features like in the Joy-Con controllers for the Switch are very like responsive, and you get to feel things that are actually happening in the game much better than regular rumble features in controllers. Apparently in the game 1-2 Switch, you can actually feel like stuff moving around inside the Joy-Con, mimicking what's going on inside the game. So I think it's going to offer new ways to experience upcoming Nintendo games. So can't wait to see how that goes. And now we're finally done with Nintendo news. Sorry if anyone is annoyed by all the Nintendo news, but there has been a lot of it this week. Now for some PlayStation 4 news. Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy was getting a lot of teasers this week about a release date, and they finally released the official release date yesterday. The game will be coming on June 30th this year for the PlayStation 4. Just a few more months and fans will be able to experience the classic Crash Bandicoot trilogy all over again. The HD graphics and visuals look really nice in the recent screenshots they've released, and I can't wait to play some of my favorite levels from Crash Bandicoot 2 and 3 again. Thanks to the success of Yakuza 0, the first 4 games have been picked up and reprinted now, which is actually unheard of. For the most part, for old games like this. Yakuza 1 and 2 are actually PlayStation 2 games, and they've gone and reprinted them, while Yakuza 3 and 4 are on the PS3, and those games have been reprinted as well. You can purchase them on Amazon. They put up some links on various websites, or you can just type in Yakuza 1 or Yakuza 2 into Amazon and purchase them. Apparently, they reprinted these games in order for new fans of the Yakuza series to experience the older games. So people that all of a sudden discovered Yakuza because of Yakuza 0 are now able to purchase the games and play through the entire series, since the first 3 games are actually quite hard to find now. And now for some serious news. The Wellington Hospital in New Zealand has a child cancer ward with a PlayStation 4 console that children are able to play when they have free time. Apparently, some robbers broke into this child's cancer ward and decided to remove the screws from the PlayStation 4 that was bolted down and stole the system. Like, they stole it and just left. And these people knew full well that this was a child ward because it's written in plain letters in this ward area of the hospital. And yeah, they stole from these kids, and people are really sad that some thieves would stoop so low as to steal a PlayStation 4 from children that are in desperate need of having fun and stuff. Some news outlets have interviewed these kids, and apparently they enjoyed playing Minecraft on the PlayStation 4, and some of them said that they are really sad that their save data was stolen because all the hours they put into the game are now gone. So it's some really sad stuff. And people have put up a website or a link for people to send donations to help fund this some new way for these kids to be able to purchase another PS4 for the cancer ward at this hospital in New Zealand. So I hope they are able to get enough funds and donations for a new system. I know some people mentioned that maybe Sony would send them a new console, but yeah, very sad to see kids that play video games get the one thing that gives them happiness at the hospital stolen from them. So I hope they get a new PlayStation 4 that they can play soon. And now on to geek news. Star Wars: The Last Jedi had its Spanish title revealed today. I think it was something like The Last Jedi part. Jedi is actually plural. So that insinuates or implies that there's going to be more than at least one Jedi in this movie that the title is referencing. So the fan community for Star Wars is going crazy with theories and ideas of what's going to go on in this movie. People are saying that Luke and Rey are obviously going to be the two Jedi in this movie, whereas some other people are suggesting that maybe the Knights of Ren that were mentioned in the Force Awakens might not actually be evil anymore, or perhaps there are actually other Jedi that are hidden and are going to get revealed in this movie. Maybe Finn is going to become a Jedi, who knows? So, definitely going to be interesting to see what actually happens in the next movie. It's interesting to see how just a slight title change, or the way we view a title, can change so much about a movie. Like, before, everyone automatically assumed, oh, it's either Luke or Rey. But now it brings up an entire new way that people are thinking about the plot and stuff. Well, they released a behind-the-scenes trailer for the upcoming Avengers movie, Infinity War. Infinity War is coming in 2018 to theaters. And some people are a little disappointed that this was a teaser trailer that just showed behind-the-scenes footage. People were expecting an actual trailer with action scenes and stuff, but it's to be expected. They're not going to show off aspects of the movie this early. And apparently there's some rumors going around that the Avengers Infinity War is going to be slightly darker in tone or more serious than previous movies. Some people have been complaining about how the Marvel movies have just gotten very, very formulaic and always have a happy ending for the most part. No one ever gets really hurt. There's no serious danger. So they're really trying to push this new movie as being a serious one. So I wonder how it's actually gonna go. And, well, that's all for this week. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Tell me in the comments what your favorite piece of news was. Sorry if it was too much Nintendo news. There wasn't much PS4 or Xbox or PC news this week for the most part, so there was a lot of Nintendo news to compensate for that. And yeah, follow me on Twitter at ASMR Gaming News. Hope to see you all next week. So long.